Now, we're talking about wedding season. We're coming into summer weather. Everyone, not everyone, but everyone who was engaged last year is getting married this year.
Yes.
What kind of trends can we expect to see?
So this summer, the trends all very pastel colors. We're going very back to nature, if I can say it like that. So nothing is really tightly packed anymore, like floral arrangements and that kind of stuff. Everything's very loose, almost like you went into the garden and just picked a bunch of flowers with some greenery and just kind of threw it all together. So no structure, just very loose and very like almost like farm style, like rustic. So that's going to be very huge. And then also the bigger the better with regards to the bridal bouquet. So no one wants the small little things anymore. They want a huge cascading bouquet that kind of flows with the dress. Again, lots of greenery, beautiful pastels, soft colors. But I don't think it's going to last for very long because next year I have a feeling that bright colors are going to come back in.
Why do you have that feeling?
Just because the way pop culture is coming in. You know, you look at, we were talking about Carly Rae Jepsen earlier, and the fact that she's like based a whole album on like 80s.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you look
It's
at
such a
80s,
good
it's
album.
like, yeah,
Let's
it's
just
such a
say
good
that.
album. Yeah, it is. Don't tell anyone I'm a Carly fan.
Well, you just told everyone, so.
Oh, so I'll stop. I'm aware that was so lame. Anyway, so that's the whole thing. Like, if you look at that, and if you look at pop culture, like we always go kind of like back, and we kind of like draw inspiration from that kind of thing. You know, like the comb over was huge in the 40s, and now all of a sudden, like everyone was having it. So bright colors are going to come in. I really think they're going to be huge next year. So we'll kind of see, and I love that because the world of flowers is so vast, and the brighter the better.
Now, you were talking about flower walls and different kinds of arrangements.
Yeah.
What are some of the non-traditional things you can do with flowers at a wedding?
So that's the whole thing. There's no like set formula that you have to follow. You know, if you don't like flowers, you don't have to have flowers at your wedding. Like, the world is your oyster. But you know, kind of like non-traditional things and kind of trendy stuff at the moment is having suspended arrangements instead of having everything on the tables. Have very basic like candlelight and just like 1 or 2 flowers, and then you have a beautiful arrangement that's been suspended from the roof that kind of creates that effect when you walk into the hall, and it kind of goes like this. That's huge at the moment.
That sounds awesome.
It's
And beautiful.
It is beautiful, trust me. Yeah, so I've got like really, really, really amazing weddings coming up, and the show is covering them. So when people watch the show, in each episode there's going to be at least a wedding that people will get to see, like what the process is that goes into doing a wedding, because everyone kind of just sees, they arrive on the day and they go like, oh, look, oh, it looks beautiful, or they have their opinion and then they kind of just move on. They don't know the blood, sweat and tears that went into it, and the process of actually an arrangement that's this big, like how long it actually takes and what it takes to do it and the skill that it requires and all that kind of stuff.
What's the most trying thing for you when it comes to planning a wedding?
Always keeping everyone happy. It's always very hard constantly keeping everyone on a very excited plane, because I mean, if you look at anyone with regards to any project, doesn't matter what it is, you're always going to have your moments where you dip a little bit and you get excited again, then you dip a little bit, you know, and it's my job to kind of keep that excitement the whole time. So I think that would be the most difficult aspect. The rest of the stuff, I've got it down. Like, I know how to plan weddings.
I'm going to call you when I get married.
I know. Yes, you better.
What do brides not realize is going to be quite a tough part when it comes to planning a big event like a wedding?
So, you know, when it comes to planning weddings, and what brides often underestimate is the little things, those little details like your thank you gifts or your managing your RSVPs. That is like a huge mission, and brides hate doing that. It's all of those fine little touches and remembering to buy presents for your bridesmaids or for your mom-in-law, or, you know, there's so many things to do with a wedding day that you've got to remember, which is why I'm going to write a book one day. That's just got like a checklist. So you just go and done and done and done and done and done. Thank you, ready, done.
Well, first the show, then the book.
Yes.
Okay? First
Yeah.
the show, then
Let me just focus on one thing for now, and then we'll see what happens from there.